Hello everyone and welcome to another Jurassic review. Today we're going to be having a look at the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World Amber Collection Dilophosaurus, and this was one I was really excited to get. I saw Jurassic Park when I was still just about a teenager, and I'd been into dinosaurs for years and years since I was little, and I remember going and watching this at the cinema, and there's a long story to that I won't bore you with, but I went and saw it and I remember thinking how awesome this dinosaur was. I loved this dinosaur. I did have an issue with the frill at the time because it's not technically accurate to the original dinosaur, but there again, velociraptors aren't 6 feet tall, they're the size of chickens, so you have to put all that aside and just enjoy the film for what it is. So yeah, when I knew this was coming out, I absolutely had to get this. So I will be looking at this at the same time as you, so this will be an unboxing review. I haven't had it out of the box, I don't know what it's like. I have seen other reviews, but I haven't played with it myself yet, so we'll go on this journey together. So, before I get too excited and too into the dinosaur itself, let's have a look at the packaging. As you can see, it's in this lovely window box. If you've seen my other two reviews with Jurassic World Blue and Delta, you will see that I'm a fan of this window box. I think it looks great. Simply for the reason that with a lot of these packages, you have a window box that covers half of the figure. And this one doesn't do that. Bit of thing there. This one doesn't do that. You can see the entire dinosaur and all the included packings, which I think is really well done. I don't personally keep my figures in box, but for those who do, I think this is a really nice way of displaying them. So, as you can see, it's Jurassic Park Amber Collection Dilophosaurus. Let's have a look around the rest of the box. On the top we've just got this, and again I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to represent. I don't know if it's supposed to be lava from, you know, Fallen Kingdom at the end where the volcano explodes, or erupts I should say, or if it's supposed to be amber sap. I don't really know. On this side of the box we've got the Jurassic Park logo. The other ones had Jurassic World on, so it's good to see that there. More of this amber stuff. Top, more amber. Each side, you've got again this lovely embossed detail. There's a claw there, and you've got the T-Rex skeleton here, and of course you've got a mosquito trapped in amber and Amber Collection. Now I'm leaving the back of the box till last because I got mine from Amazon warehouse, and yeah, I mean I don't mind because I don't keep the boxes anyway, so I knew that by buying it from Amazon warehouse I was going to get a dinged up box. I don't have an issue with that, and it saved me £3 or £4, so I was quite happy. But you do have this lovely picture here of the Dilophosaurus, which I might clip and keep with the others. Again, the logo, Amber Collection Dilophosaurus, and again this one is from Mattel Canada, so I'm not sure that we'll be getting those at general retail in the UK. I don't think there's any plans for it, but don't quote me on that. On the bottom of the box, just all the gubbins, so bear with me a second while I get her out of the package and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are with the Dilophosaur outside of her box, and as you can see she is smaller than the velociraptors, so she does come with a few extra bits and pieces. So before we take a look at her figure herself, let's have a look at what she comes with. Now she does come with the stand that they've all come with thus far. Now I have mentioned this in my previous video, but I will go over it just once again. if you plan on taking these figures out of their boxes for display and then putting them back in their boxes, be aware that once you put this piece in here, it clips in and you can't get it back out again. I'll show you what I mean. There it is on Blue's one. So it's got this knob at the bottom. Yes, Simon, I know what you're going to do there. It's got this piece at the bottom, and once you've clipped that in, it holds in, and it holds in very tightly. This one's actually really difficult to move. So if you do want to put them back in the box, I would advise not putting the stand together. I found that the Velociraptors do stand really well without the stand. I'm not sure about the Dilophosaur. I will have a look at that in a moment. So she comes with that piece there, and as I've said in the other two reviews, I really do like these stands. I think they look really good. They've made it to look like it is amber tree sap, you know, just sliding down the bark of the tree and getting petrified. Oh, sorry, not the camera. So it's really nice. I like the colour as well. And it has this really nice Jurassic Park logo on the bottom there, so that's good. All very nice. I like that they're all the same as well, because it does give it, the whole line, a bit of continuity, I suppose. And this is the piece that just holds in. So if you do want to put it together, and I'm going to put mine together, you just put that, and it just clips in like that. But like I say, once it's in, it's not coming out again. So there's that. She comes with a piece of venom for a spit attack. This does look very similar to the one that you get with the mainline figures, so I think it's probably just upscaled for this release, but it's nice to be included because it is what she does in the film. You also get this replacement neck piece, which we will get to shortly. I'll cover that in more detail. It's just a soft plastic piece, but we'll come back to that. And then, because she's smaller, you do at least get this rather nice East Dock sign. So that just, and again, this looks like once it's in, it's not coming out, so it just pops in there. And you get this. And for those of you that remember that scene in the film, after Dennis Nedry gets spit in his face, he tries to find his way to the dock so he can escape the island, but this piece is pointing the wrong way, so he doesn't know where to go. So just desserts, if you ask me. But it's nice that they included this. I'm not sure it's something I would have missed if it wasn't in there, but it's nice to have it. She is smaller and she's the same price point as the Velociraptors, so it's nice to have something extra in there so it feels like you are getting value with this figure. So take that out of the way for the moment, and we will bring the Dilophosaur back in. Oop. And then she proceeds to fall flat on her face. I did get mine to stand just now, but I have noticed that mine's got a wonky toe, but we'll get to that in a minute. I just need to rearrange my camera because she's quite small. I'll bring in a Velociraptor in a minute so you can see the size difference, but we'll run down the articulation first. I have had a quick look at this before I put the video back on. And as far as I can tell, the articulation is comparable to the Velociraptors, but we'll just have a quick look. So you've got articulation at the head here, but the frill does get in the way somewhat, so you can't get as much out of it as the Velociraptors. But you do have, again, a nice wide mouth opening. So that's good, they've retained that. You do have this ball joint here, but it's, like I say, it's beneath the frill, so it is hindered somewhat, but it's not too bad. It's not terrible. And then it's a bit awkward with this this frill piece, and then you've got a ball joint at the lower neck. The arms are on a rotational joint, you can get in and out movement on them. Same with the elbow joint, and you do have some in and out movement on there. It's not quite sure what's happened there, I need to move that around I think. There we go. And then you've got wrist movement and rotation. So the back legs, like all the other figures and the mainline figures, they do go out and you can push them in. You have this articulation here. I don't know if you can hear that. There is a ratchet just there that locks it. So that will hold that in place for posing. And you've got a knee joint, you get up and down, rotation, and a lower leg joint here, and rotation. That's actually a bit stiff. And then at the bottom you've got rotation, up and down, and I don't know if there's side to side. Oh yes, actually it's quite a nice side to side ankle pivot going on there, so that's quite good. Like I say, mine's got an iffy claw, so I'll have to heat that up and straighten it out. Hopefully yours won't have that if you decide to buy one of these. Okay, so then we run down the articulation. Let's have a closer look at the figure itself. Let's bring her in close here. And again, I have to say that Mattel are doing a really good job with the paint on these figures. This is the third one I have now. I've got Blue and Delta, and the paintwork on them is really excellent. I haven't found any issues with those, so this is really lovely here. Let's have a look, see. Yep, she's got the gloss paint inside the mouth to make it look wet, which is always appreciated. And this frill, this is gorgeous. This is really beautifully painted. Oh, just noticed my jaw piece is a bit off. Oh, what's happened there? I'll have to come back and have a look at that. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but she's got quite a wonky jaw. Oh, that's a shame. I'll see if I can fix that myself. If not, I'll have to get a hold of Amazon and see what they can do about it. Right, so you can see this grey blue going down her back. It's really nicely defined as well with this white outline. I think that looks really nice. She's got a sort of, I don't know if you can see that, but she's got a sort of like a sparkly finish. It's not glitter, don't get me wrong, she's not covered in glitter, but there's something in the paint here that's just giving her a little bit of bling, a little bit of glitz. It looks really nice. And it just move the camera a little bit. And as with the Velociraptors, she does have a ball joint at the tail and some wire that you can pose the tail with. Nice bendy tail, so that's always quite nice. Don't see that very often these days. I don't know why they don't do it anymore. I know they used to sort of perforate and fall apart in the 80s and the 90s, but I think we've come a long way since then, so it's nice to see it back, I have to say. Won't be using it too much just in case, but it's nice that it's there, you can use it. And unlike the Velociraptor, she doesn't have a massive kink in her tail, so that's good. Quite happy about that. So there we go. Right. Why is this here? Why do they keep feeling the need? They do this on Transformers as well. Hasbro does this on Transformers. Of putting these codes on places where you can see them. Why not? Why not under here on the foot? There's nothing there. Put it there. Anyway, let's get a stand. Let's pop her on the stand. It just goes in this hole here. So she just fits on like so. Alright. Now, before I try the other neck piece on, let's get the spit effect in her mouth, because she only does that when the frill is open. So that just, see there's a hole in the back of the throat there, and that just fits in there like that, and then you can see she's spitting at Nedry's face. I don't have Nedry because I've not really got much interest in collecting the humans. I'm only really interested in the dinosaurs. But just imagine he's standing, you know, like here, and getting a face full of that. It does look very good, actually. It works a lot better on this figure than on the mainline figures. So, yeah, it does look really good. Right, let's pop that out and let's have a look at this frill piece. Now, the idea with this is that if you don't want her on display with the open frill, you can take it off and you can replace it with this. Now, I did watch Tom over at Jurassic Collectibles do this, so let's hope I can remember how he did it. I believe all you do is you pop the head off. Oh, that's my entire set rocking and rolling. You can see that's just on a board right there. And then you take this piece and you put it over like this, and then the head should just pop back on. Yep, there we go. And then it just folds down like that. Now, teenager me would have been absolutely delighted at this, because for quite a long while, before I started to really appreciate the figure, the film for what it was, this bothered me no end, because I know it never had it in real life, you know, back in the Cretaceous, I think. Could be wrong. Been ages since I looked it up. But you know, this was never a thing. So I do actually have an old what are they called? I can't remember who. Lindbergh model of the Dilophosaur that actually came with a frill bit that I point blank refused to put on. But now, many years later, I actually really do like the frill, so I will be putting it back on. But it is quite nice that you can do this if you want to. You know, if you just want your Dilophosaur either looking a little bit more anatomically correct, or if you just want her, you know, hanging around in the park, and that stand's come off now, hanging around in the park and, you know, just minding her own business, then you can have that on, which I think is nice. It's good to have the option anyway. So there we go. Now I'm gonna leave that like that for now. I don't want to waste too much of your time just changing it back. Let's put it back on the stand there. Right, let's have a look. I'm only putting her back on the stand because it's quicker than trying to get her to stand up on her own. Right, let's see how big she is. Like I say, she is smaller, so I'll take that from there, and she is roughly 9 centimetres, coming up for 9.5 at the top of her ridges, and 3.5, 4 inches tall. Oh. And she is roughly 18 centimetres long, about 11 inches. So she's not a bad size, but let me just bring in blue and then you can see the difference in size there. So it's quite a lot. It is a noticeable size difference. But that everybody wants to fall over now. But that is to be expected, because in the film the Dilophosaurs are smaller than the raptors, which again in real life wouldn't be so. But you know, like I said at the beginning, you have to take those films for what they are. And it took me a long time to get used to it, but yeah, I'm fine with it now. So there we go. Right, well that's all I've got for this one. Just bring this back in. Now I am trying to get hold of the other two velociraptors, the other two Jurassic World velociraptors, and the Jurassic Park velociraptor. I'm not sure what's upcoming. I don't know if they're planning to do any more smaller figures like this. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll repaint this Dilophosaur at some point and make us buy it 3 more times, which I probably will do because she's my favourite. Or what they're going to do, I assume at some point they'll do, you know, T-Rex and all the other dinosaurs. Fingers crossed for a Triceratops and a probably not an in-scale Brachiosaurus, but some sort of Brachiosaurus would be nice. So as and when they come out, I will be doing these. I do collect the main line as well. I don't know if anybody's interested in seeing those when they come out. Bear in mind that I buy all these with my own money, nobody's paying me. So, you know, if there's something you want to see that I have got, I will happily do a review. Or if there's something that you want to see that I am planning on buying, then do let me know, and I can do a review of it when I get it. But yes, I will be getting as many of these Amber Collection figures as possible, so don't hesitate to ask. If you want to see some more of them, I'll happily do them. So thank you very much for watching this. I appreciate you spending time with me today. Until the next one, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Fingers on plastic.